Let's get cracking!
Welcome back, everybody, here to your coverage of the D2 CL, I say almost grand final. I was going ahead of myself right there. We're in the third place matchup into the third game of that matchup, and it's Team Empire going up against Alliance. Of course, in the third game, that means we're actually drawn up 1 apiece is the result, and let's get ourselves straight to the draft. No more further ado, no more chit-chat. Actually, more chit-chat. But I need someone to do that with, or else it's just talking to myself, and then it becomes a little bit schizophrenic. I am joined by Luminous. Welcome to game number 3, man.
I'm glad to be here. Series tied up 1 apiece, just the way that we wanted.
Yeah, more great Dota. That's all I'm searching for, man. That's all I'm searching for. But then again, after game number 2, I'm kind of feeling really sorry for Alliance. Because that was a game which, like, you're down 11 kills before you get your first kill. And you're sitting there going, what do they do to deserve this? After game number 1, where everything was so close, momentum shifting back and forward, and then you just have that happen to you. What are you supposed to do?
I think games like that just happen, you know, just everything that could go wrong is going wrong, but they are not TI champion for looks, right? You know, they've been in a situation like that. You know, this is a team that I don't think it would affect them much. So, new game, new draft, and you just hope that you win this one, and then the one after that.
And then the one after that?
Well,
wait, we're out of games then.
If you win 2 more, you're done. Yeah.
We're out of games then. Yeah, but Invoker coming up for Team Empire again, but they don't get the Batrider with it at least. So there's none of this easy jump in for mag kind of business. But at the same time, I'm wondering if Alliance just want to try and block up Team Empire a little bit, like they grab the clockwork in this matchup. I know it's rather early to do so, but just to screw a little bit with the momentum here of Team Empire, or they try something that's their own. Like Dazzle appears. We could try and go for something which I don't actually think is their own, but you could try like the Axe Dazzle combo.
Yeah. Which
has been working quite nicely recently. I can't remember actually which team was it that ran that. They actually ran the proper like Dazzle, LOA, Axe group skipping combo.
When you say LOA, I just want to think Go Black. So
yeah,
I don't know.
I don't think it was Roskis though. I don't think it was Roskis. I think it might have been Dog that did it.
Yeah. Sounds like a dog lineup to me too.
Yeah, misery. Axe, yeah, wonderful. It's these Danish people. It's like Jacob Melk. He won't stop playing Axe.
It's a good hero, man.
For the entire time when we played the Staff Cup, he's sitting there going, if we get Axe or Bloodseeker, we're picking it. It's just that simple.
All right.
And I was like, all right.
Did you guys get Axe or Bloodseeker?
A lot of times, actually.
Did you guys pick it? We
tried to draft to lose at some points because some of us had to go, or like I had to cast at some point, so we were trying to draft to lose. But we started to live by the rule, like if there's Axe or Bloodseeker, we pick it up, and then of course we won because Jacob was playing Axe and Bloodseeker.
Yeah, I see.
It's like, well, what are you supposed to do, man? The heroes are strong. The heroes are strong. The Team Empire, they've got some fun heroes. So we get Nyx Assassin as well as Dazzle coming up. I'm wondering if this is now going to be a Lifestealer combination for Alliance.
It definitely can be one. I think Lifestealer does quite well against AA. You know, you lock him down and you just go to work. But I'm surprised that it took us 3 games to actually get to Nyx Assassin. I feel like this is one of the more... I think Centaur might have like took over Nyx in terms of popularity. I personally think Nyx is just much more dominant as a hero. Because no matter what stage of the game is, he can be one of the more powerful initiators. Early game, you know, he's Vendetta picking off a support or a solo mid. Late game, he's initiating with 2-3 man impales. And Mana Burn really hurts a big part of the current cast of heroes that we see more often. For example, Invoker, can you imagine him eating a Mana Burn at the beginning of the fight? Really dealing a ton of damage. The supports are just completely zapped by a Mana Burn. So I'm glad that we're going to see it this game. Let's see if Alliance is going to be running it traditionally off lane and allowing Emerald Bulldog to handle that.
Yeah. It's actually kind of funny you bring up that Nyx Assassin, because originally I was a big one seeing his praises as like, Batrider, bring on the Nyx. Timbersaw, bring on the Nyx, because he was such a great pickup for that one. But like, what do you really get out of your off lane with him from now on? Like, mana burning up Invoker, the team fight's looking great, but we've kind of almost transitioned in with all these AAs being picked up or controlling heroes on safe lanes. The Nyx just starts to get completely zoned out. Like, you just get a Venomancer and Nyx can't do anything on the lane.
I think AA alone zones him out with Chilling Touch. Yeah, the only times that Nyx actually work is when something goes wrong on the other team, right? Like, for example, a missed pull, or you landing a 2-man impale, or somehow
that's not something you want to draft for, though.
Yeah, exactly. But the hero is just so strong, like in terms of if he does actually get past level 6. Once he gets past level 6, he doesn't need anything at all. He just gets kills and gets items. But pre-level 6 is just one of the hardest road to get there. And we see some Nyx just staying at 4 or 5 and just feeding. So we'll see how Bulldog gets himself to that 6.
I like... Well, there's going to be one easy way, man. Top lane solo.
Sure.
You got Dazzle and Bane coming out here from Alliance. This is like Mirana second pick kind of material coming out from Alliance. They just burst down whoever they can catch out with a Nightmare into Arrow. I'm wondering who also Empire can put on that bottom lane. They need to, like, if they're going to get a hero for Silent, they need an escape hero. So Nyx versus Clockwork. Not quite sure if to be happy with that matchup on the top lane Alliance, but they can make the most out of it.
Wait, you're saying Alliance is going to...
Aggro try.
Aggro try? Yeah. Then it's bottom lane.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Confused me for a bit. I was like, what's going on here?
Yeah, dude, I'm surprised.
So I haven't... 2 hours sleep, I understand.
I'm surprised I haven't said more retarded stuff during this game. It's been quite surprising, really.
Yeah.
Wait for my flame tweet from Loda.
Now Loda's been very, very docile. Like, almost boringly so.
What?
Like the other day we had him for Dream League, and then we had him on an interview. And I was like, you know, Loda, you could let loose a flamethrower, you know, anytime you want.
He doesn't need to do that though. Yeah. Like unless you can't, like, okay. There's probably one thing which I can say I learned about Loda. If you're just waiting for him to flame for the sake of flame, he won't do it. But if you touch on a point that actually pisses him off, yeah, he'll just state his opinion, and he won't care if you agree or disagree with his opinion. He'll just put it out there. And that's one thing I kind of like about it. Like, it's not, hey, I'm going to fire some shots because this is what we do at the end of a show. It's just, this is my opinion because you asked my opinion. And
Fair
that's
enough.
it.
You got to respect a man for that, yeah?
Yeah. Respect to pick up for Alliance. Sorry, I take back the aggro try. Well, actually, depending on who Team Empire runs as their hero up on the top, they could technically go for the aggro try, but there's just no lockdown combination coming out from Alliance.
I think it's just so greedy to go for an aggro try when there's 2 unpicked hero on Team Empire. Yeah, it's just, you know, you can't just say, hey guys, aggro try. Especially AA. I think AA, again, we saw in game 1, right? Remember, like, the aggro tried with AA and the Wisp AA and then...
Don't go aggro try. Don't go aggro try.
No, safe lane, try lane, and we're going to call it a day. But yeah, in terms of the Nyx Assassin Mana Burn, like, Morphling eating a Mana Burn, big deal. Like, that hero needs as much mana as possible, especially during team fights where he has to morph to strength. But I really personally like the Nyx Spectre combo. It's very similar to what we saw last game with the Batrider Spectre combo.
I want to ask you something right now, because I'm not a fan of Nyx in this offlane at all. I feel death will come very quickly for him, and multiple times. S4 Nyx in the mid. This is what I'm wondering about right now. Or do you try and run like a dual offlane to try and keep that Nyx alive? Like, you could put Dazzle and Nyx on the top, or Bane and Spectre on the bottom. Bane should be enough to keep the Clockwork out. Or vice versa, you could have Dazzle or Bane, just switch it around. And then, like, let S4 take a different hero right now.
I think, like, solo mid Nyx works in the sense that he gets that level 6 very quickly. But if you're doing solo mid Nyx, what you want to do is once he gets to level 6, you rotate another hero and take that farm priority from that point on. Because Nyx, sure, if he gets item, if he ever gets a day on 5, he's an awesome hero. But you don't need to farm for that item. You could just go around and set up kills to get the item. So that's why we see a lot of off-lane Nyx, because you just want to sit there for the level, and once you get it, you just say, hey, a support hero, you can now take over the lane. So yeah, I think solo mid Nyx definitely works. It's just that means you're sacrificing yet another hero on the off-lane to ensure that level 6. Well, you know, we might see solo mid Nyx.
Boom!
Everyone, you're right, you're right. You know, 2 hours sleep.
Hey, man, I was actually having some good predictions early on. Like, Enchantress predicted jungle kind of approach. Predicted that one coming out from Titan earlier today. I'm feeling good today. I don't know if it's just blind dumb luck.
I mean, apart from saying one team is playing on the wrong side of the map, like the rest is good.
Up is down and down is up. I watch Pirates of the Caribbean.
All right, fair enough.
Just turn the map around, man. We pull ourselves out of Davy Jones' locker. Speaking of Kunkka, where is he? Enigma, final one for Team Empire. This is them just realizing, man, that Alliance doesn't want to fight him in the early stages. Nature's Prophet's going to be a bit of a twit up on that top lane, but he's not going to be able to contest the Enigma. So put him in the jungle, farm him up, and then they get themselves a nice control in the later portion of the game.
So normally when the Nature's Prophet is picked, especially into Clockwork, the question is like, why? Because to me, Clockwork's a hero that punishes the Nature's Prophet. You see him, solo pushing somewhere, you hook in, it's an easy kill. I think what Alliance is looking to do is, once we get our level 6s online, you just global the heck out of Alliance, or Team Empire. You just say, hey, S4, you start the party with your Vendetta, we all come in, with the TP, with the Haunt, and they're going to try to pick off as many people as possible.
Like, the counter initiation's also very, very good for Alliance.
Exactly. A Blink Black Hole, you don't want to run into that. A hook from Mag. I mean, even the Morphling as a core, he's a very hard hero to bring down. So we'll see if Alliance can do what they want to do.
See, I'm looking at it from the other angle, saying, like, if Clockwork hooks in, he's used his hook, he's used his cogs, and then he's going to have a Spectre on top of him. And if he's able to just take a couple of hits, then you got a Prophet Ultimate that's going to also come in, and you just get an early 4-star over on Nature's Prophet. And then Clockwork, like, in the mid-game, I find his initiation could actually end up killing off Mag. Because he doesn't have the other kind of support. He's got an AA ulti that can fly across the map, maybe with a Sunstrike. Like, that would be a nice little combination to throw out. So both teams have a level of global. But if Alliance have an extra supporting hero near that Nature's Prophet, or they use Nature's Prophet as bait, you could be finding just this instantly regretted decision to jump in, coming from Empire.
Mag would need something like a Force Staff to make sure that he is, staying safe. Yeah. Which I imagine is, well, Mag does like to go for the Blade Mail, so we'll see what item choice he offers up. This is a fairly familiar roam that we see a lot of teams do nowadays. Just go in, drop a couple of wards.
Are they gonna block up this camp as well? So I'm always interested to see the early wards that come out. Like, they put a sentry over on the right side, and they put an observer on the other side. So we know that no matter what happens, this camp won't spawn. And then they put one into the pull point, but they put both observer and sentry here.
Does this actually block? It's so far away.
This one on this side?
Yeah.
I would assume it does, because I'm pretty sure the box actually... Like, well, you'd actually know better than I would.
The box is ginormous, I know that.
Yeah, especially on the bottom. Like, compared to the ratio across the top, it's ridiculous.
But the best of my knowledge is that, the Magic Bush Ward is over here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I know the box is more like this.
I don't think the box is square, is it?
No, it's not square. It actually goes
it has like a little extra bit on the side.
Oh, does it? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a bit on the side, because that's why you can't pull the camp out that direction, and you should only pull down that way.
Once this Sentry Ward times out, we'll know.
Yeah, that we will. Yeah. In the meantime, we got ourselves Picasso going on here.
All right, we're going to see a very unfamiliar Nyx versus Invoker mid. But Nyx actually got to start with a pro-man shield, so, your harass from Invoker is going to be, ignored, I suppose.
But look at the other lanes and how they're doing this. Like Empire, they put AA as well as Morphling down the bottom lane. So basically the Water Boys are down here on the bottom lane up against Nature's Prophet. And then Nyx, like, Invoker. But this top lane... Mag, like, look at him battling up. It's EGM with a body block. He's buying time for RK to hit into him. Now, the dagger will connect as well. This is just harassment. That's all it is. There's mana for a nightmare in, like, a long, long time. But Mag is completely forced off this top lane. I don't know if this is really intentional by RK and EGM, but they're going to bring the entire creep wave down. Loader is getting free farm on an off-lane Spectre, and he's controlling this lane beautifully. He's got more denies than he has last hits.
Yeah, I mean, when you have two lanes going aggressive, try dodging each other. The off lane's now the new safe lane, and
it's not even an aggro try from Empire, because they're just throwing Enigma in the jungle.
Right. Enigma could obviously gank mid or top if necessary, but I feel like Alliance has advantage here, because whenever they want, they could pull this high level camp to the left to deny even more creeps. So it's good stuff going here for Alliance.
Surprised EGM wasn't even there to stack it. I think his primary goal is watch Mag like a hawk. And look at RK. RK is going to be a bit of a nuisance to always on a fly, and especially when he just triggered off his clarity. Now,
bye-bye clarity.
RK never attacked him. RK never attacked him. He's too fearful, and it might also be because he saw the DD rune up on top river. So because of that, he wants to make sure Resolution will never get his filthy little mittens on it.
Actually, if you look at Mag, he has no experience. So, going back to what you said, man, the next level zoning coming out here from Alliance. Yeah, I imagine we're going to see ourselves in a very, very calm early game. But that's exactly what Alliance want. They just want to get level 6s on their heroes.
I don't think Empire's got a problem with this either. Because even though Mag is getting completely zoned out up on this top lane, they're still pulling a lot of uncontested farm in the jungle, and Morphling's also getting a really good start in this bottom lane. But at the same time, Admiral Bulldog is also 3.5 levels above that of Mag. So maybe not the best trade-off there. But at the same time, you got EGM, who's also not really getting that much. RK now has to leech a little bit of experience from Loda. But Loda, is he... Okay, I would ask you this question right now. Would you try... Yeah, you're going to be such a twit. Would you try and go a straight Radiance on Spectre with this build-up on top lane? Because Mag's doing absolutely nothing. He's managed to get close enough to get 108 experience points. But you could technically go straight into the Relic. Would you attempt that up against this team of Empire?
I think... Yes, you definitely can. It's just it's very, very, very greedy.
EGM, real trouble. Always on a fly, might be able to pick him off. The Malivus stuns. Resolution's coming in. He can't reach it for the cold snap. And then S4, well, he had a courier there to help him out. There's a stun already coming over. There's enough points for a Nightmare. And now Resolution low on life. S4 needs another hit and he gets it. Bane takes the kill. He's low on life. He's trying to Nightmare himself up. Can't deny it. And now Shallow Grave. RK will keep him alive. Admiral Bulldog has TP'd in the Sprout. It blocks. Always want to fly in. And more importantly, it keeps Clockwork out. But now Clockwork gets the cogs up. He doesn't have Battery Assault though. But there is the Army of Conversions, which mean they can just keep attacking onto Admiral Bulldog. Van Score from behind was also giving the help for the kill. The Mag comes back in again. This time he's got Battery Assault. But EGM also has Brain Sap as well as Nightmare. S4, first stun with the Brain Sap as well as the heal. It's not enough damage. They can't also hit it up the hill. Mana Burn from S4 attempted to get the last bit of damage out, but now Tornado from Resolution. Army of Convergence are there. It's another stun, but didn't connect on Van Score. EGM was looking for that for the extra kill, but cannot claim it. And the skirmish shall end.
We just saw the power of Dazzle there. He just dropped so much damage. Of course, let's not forget about the Grave that saved or Bane earlier. But what? In fact, back they go. They want to go back in a Resolution. Vendetta hit right when he turned level 6. Normally we see Vendetta initiating, but you know, S4 just did it the old school way. And mid lane's won.
You're right. Middle lane belongs to S4 now. But this bottom lane, I'm loving that little battle. That's what I was watching when that kill happened. Like, Morphling waveforms in on Nature's Prophet, just out of range of the tier 1 tower, drops him low on life, and then the trees start hitting back on San, drops him low on life. It's a fun little battle. And Silent going for a... I don't know if Phase Boots can really be considered a normal on Morphling.
No, it's not. No. I think this is the second time I've seen Silent do this. Like, I'm just very questioning what this is supposed to do, because you're giving up your stats.
He's going to find Van Scott, what, EGM? Caught napping.
I mean... 2 supports that hit like kittens because they don't have their ults, so they're just gonna back off. Hey,
kittens can actually fight. I know they don't have claws. I watch Puss in Boots.
All right.
Dance-off can begin.
Okay, so back to your Loda question. It seems like he is going straight Relic.
He is?
I mean, he hasn't bought anything yet.
True.
Not even a Midas.
Yeah, which is why I question it, because he can buy a Midas right now if he wants to, but he's under no pressure. And now in middle lane, speaking of pressure, S4 Resolution. He got the Tornado off, and S4 has no mana to keep following this up. Spectre Haunt went off too. But there was no follow-up. And now, DD plus Malivus and S4. Spy Carapace stuns up and always want to fly. Prophet was going to TP in to help him off, and Resolution's really low on life.
Yeah, in fact, Prophet could just TP behind him. No, the salve comes off, so that's going to be it. Here comes that. The stun's going to hit.
It's just to stop the salve. That's all it really is. While on bottom lane, Silence Nightmare up. Look at the trees. Admiral Bulldog's putting him in front to try and slow down some, but while Waveform was off cooldown, but it's got no follow-up damage.
Go check on the Loda. 2600, man. This is so greedy.
I almost want to just switch it right now to current gold. I'm going to do that.
You should just leave it there. Yeah, I think.
We're going to leave it on current gold. So 2.7k. That's the important item for now. Everything else actually means jack all. CS means nothing now. He hit 7 minutes in. Like we'll just see it when key items arrive. Look, speaking of key items, look at resolution. He doesn't even like he finally 7 minutes in buys his phase boots.
This is also something that I've seen Team Empire a lot out of. Normally, when you're going for the phase boots, you want to get a blades of attack and a boots, right? Just give them that mobility. He went so greedy, and then he died. So, you know, greed punished, I suppose. But the greed that's not punished is Loda, because he's still surviving.
He's dead. Maleficent stun. He doesn't have enough survivability. He's going to try and... Oh, there's your hole. They're committing it. They're committing Shallow Grave, though. They need to get him out the poison. They're just going to kill him. Always want to fly with the Prophet. All the arcades in here. But Loda, he's alive in a second heal. He's got 4 life points. Finally, he goes down. But they gave over 3 kills to try and secure him. Worth it.
I think he gained gold in that engagement, even though he died at the end. So no harm, no foul.
He finishes on the same gold he started with.
Okay.
Even after death, because he's got 2.8k. And Loda! Ah, grow some testicles.
What?
What is this? At the first sign of trouble, he buys drums? What is this?
So I was saying he could have gotten a lot more kill if he got a phase boot first. Just, you know, when you're haunting in with phase boot, you go in and you just kill stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, you're giving him a lot to get this relic, but you're making a good relic time here, Loda.
It would have been at least a 9.5 to 10 minute sacred relic,
right? With
like maybe a 10 to 11 minute radiance. And if they just put him like they're doing it right now, they just push Loda towards the bottom lane. It would only take like Dazzle to rotate down here to push Mag back off the lane again, and then that would have been a straight up radiance. Oh, Loda. I'm disappointed, but I can understand safety.
He didn't understand safety for 8 minutes.
Hey,
and he got a triple kill.
He didn't get attacked for 8 minutes. He's just sitting up there going, oh, if I make it, I'll make it. If not, I'll just buy some stuff when I die. Disappointing, but happens.
Okay.
But still, for his death on top lane, they still got 3 kills. They put Black Hole on cooldown, and they only lost the Spectre for it.
I'm still tilting. I think he should go Midas if you're not going for Radiance. Okay, I think we might be done with that point.
Yeah, I think we can move on. I think we can move on now.
Oh, you know what? I didn't even check whether that warp blocks a camp now. That was going to bother me. I had to download this replay and just go back and check.
Well, you've been doing those videos, haven't you? Like the analysis.
Dota 2 and Dota 1 is just different. Like, and they keep changing those boxes, and I'm confused.
Are they actually changing it in Dota 2? Like from Dota 1 to Dota 2, the boxes have like the initial changes remain the same, hasn't it?
I know in the very initial, like very early beta, I remember sending a report to Ice Rocks like, hey, this box is not the same as Dota 1, and then that was it. I don't know whether he changed it back or. But there were some differences. I'm not sure now.
Is there anything apart from just like the manual stuff? Oh, we have to watch middle lane. EGM, that's not going to work. Man's going to hookshot in. S4 came in with a follow-up stun, but he hit on absolutely nothing. EMP burn, and now, well, Spectre haunts in. Admiral Bulldog, he's looking for an opening. He teamed up towards the high ground, get caught in the tornado, and Mag with this haste room, battery assault, there goes EGM. Admiral Bulldog just sit in the trees for the moment. The stun from S4, again airballing it up. But Empire brought every single man apart from their Morphling towards this fight. Mag, his haste rune is still going. He's back in again, and the cogs just burn off the remaining mana there of Nyx Assassin. While Morphling free farms top lane.
Yeah, I mean, this early game draft that Alliance had, I mean, they have a Spectre, and it's weird for me to say that's an early game draft, but they're supposed to rely on these kind of global strat to do stuff. Haven't done much. The only thing they've done is, like, you know, fighting in the mid lane where they got a couple kills, and somehow Spectre with no items drawing 3 kills on the top.
It's getting his face boots now.
All right. Speaking of face boots, Silent has his, you know, and he's got
in trouble. S4's in a lot of trouble. That may be no, it's not shadow material.
Just go down to like 70 HP. He's still fine.
Just watched enough AAs today that I'm almost feeling like every single one is a level 3.
Yeah.
So you just try and do that math quickly in your head. Morphling, 12 minutes in, gets a hand of Midas.
Morphling.
Yeah. But then again, like, the off lanes in this game were the #1 roles.
Yeah. They were the safe lanes.
Yeah, they really were. Spectre farmed up on top lane, Morphling farmed up on bottom lane. The only difference was the levels. But Mag has managed to catch up on that. Like, he's level 7 now. Like, he's not keeping up with Prophet, and he just bowled the hook. Tornado will be able to connect into a cold snap here on Loda. They need more help, and the TP's coming in. With a dagger, he gets out of the cogs. The ALD will connect, and Mag just finishes the job with a right click. But Arcade, he's going to look for some revenge on Resolution. Invoke into the Ghost Walk. Dust will pop and they reveal him. Get a little bit of extra slow coming out from that, but they don't have enough damage to get through Resolution's life points.
Yeah, unfortunately, they needed S4 to be down there, but S4, it looks like he actually poured up top to set up a gank, and at least Vanscore was able to survive that, so no harm, no foul for them. I feel like Alliance is missing a sort of timing. Remember when I said, you know, Alliance could initiate quite well with the global, and the thing that you brought up is, you know, Empire has really good counter initiate with a hook shot, and here comes S4 in the top lane. Han's gonna go through.
Oh, wait, decide on the hero, decide on the hero! Ulti will fly out. Silent was the one that's Fiend's Grip. They just controlled him. They didn't want to kill on him. They just kept him out of the fight so they could pick off the Ancient Apparition.
Yeah, gripping the Morphling is also a big deal. Keep in mind the Fiend's Grip does do mana drain. So Silent just lost all of his mana. He just got it back with a bottle. And when you're gripping him and he's losing mana, that means he can't actually wave away afterwards. He can't Strength Morph as much as possible. So it's actually a pretty interesting interaction. Here comes the mid lane push, though.
With an Enigma and Resolution, it shouldn't take too much. But there's a fortification available for the Radiant side. There's just no one to come in and fight it. Like, one tree in from the sidelines, good luck. Admiral Bulldog doesn't have his ulti yet. There's still another... Actually, now he's also short of the mana. And, well, S4 hits once. He's looking for the stun. He actually gets himself a double stun. And then Arcade, that's a good weave out right now on all 3 heroes for Team Empire in the middle lane. But they need more damage. Up towards the high ground, the Poison Sting. But the EMP burn's going to make this very, very difficult, especially for S4. The quick heal and then Shallow Grave, making sure that Resolution can't get the kill. They Nightmare him up. Prophet already bounces through. Vanscore takes the damage while Clockwork goes on to Loda. He'll die just a little bit further up from the tier 1 tower. S4 follow-up stun with the brain step on the Resolution. Loses a lot of life points, but then Spy Carapace also reflects the rocket damage to Mag. Resolution, I think he felt like he's about to die, then brought up his drums before he could have possibly died. But 7 for 5 now on the board.
Like you said, I mean, the counter initiate from Team Empire is just so strong that the Black Hole not necessary in that fight. An EMP Tornado was kind of enough. Here it comes on the bot lane, cold snap into an EMP, trying to get Admiral Bulldog to get the mana burn off. Look at the right click power. Admiral Bulldog wants to turn around and fight. Tornado picks up in the air and the creeps. And the last right click from Admiral Bulldog.
He's very tanky with those strength treads, man.
I suppose. I mean, it doesn't help that Resolution came in a fight with like 40% health.
True.
Maybe overestimate what he could do with the damage. Maybe thinking that a Ice Blast and a rocket was flying in. Whatever the case was, miscalculated.
Well, Morphling on this top lane. With the Hand of Midas, this is going to be one thing alone. It's got to be an E-Blade rush from Silent. Like, if he's able to get that E-Blade up and running, and get a quick pick off on either the Dazzle or EGM. Waveforms away. EGM's hand started making a move like he's about to do the Fiend's Grip. I don't know if they have enough damage to kill him.
Oh, they have Haunt. They will have the damage.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Kind of always forget about that Spectre. Just sitting back, farming up. I'm interested to see also what Loda goes into next. Considering he's bypassed the Radiance, I wonder if he feels it's just worthwhile to just completely bypass it, which I kind of feel is a little... And the other reason why I'm a little bit is because you've got Ancient Apparition as well as Enigma on the other side. Even if you're just using it to cancel a possible Blink Dagger and always want to fly, you're going to take off most of the life points of Ancient Apparition. And he can't just sit at the back end of the fight because he's going to die. But the problem is Loda now needs another 10 minutes to farm up that Radiance. And that may be too long. It might almost be worthwhile to going straight into a Diffusal Blade or Yasha into Manta.
I mean, it really depends on how the next 10 minute goes, right? If you can farm up that Radiance while Empire is somehow dying, like if your team is doing a really good job ganking them, then that's fine. I feel like one of the more important thing about Radiance is, you know, aside from canceling Blink Daggers, is how farm is the enemy support will be. Looks like we're going to run into each other.
Yep, Smoke's going to break, and S4 didn't get the spike carapace
hole.
off in time, and there's your hole on 3 with the A ulti. And there is no more to speak of. The Spectre Haunt will go off here, and Loda, he's regretting his decision to come into this engagement. Morphling waves in, and they'll lose 4 here, Alliance to Team Empire. The perfect hole, the perfect combo. A nice mech to repair any damage done by Alliance. And Team Empire will take a tier 1 tower to boot.
You talked about this counter initiate, and I try to bring up this point like multiple times, and then we have fights interrupting me. But yeah, you brought up the counter initiation on Team Empire, and we just saw it another time there. The only reason that Team Empire could get these initiation to work is because they had time to go for it. Like, there's no counter initiation to speak of when Clockwork's not 6, if the Enigma's not 6, if the Invoker is not high enough for that EMP Tornado. But they had the time to do it. His Alliance, they weren't going for that early aggressive strat that they picked. So I almost felt like Alliance maybe have played their lineup in such a way that didn't really benefit what they drafted. Or in any case, it seems like S4 was just not as effective as he needed to be to shut down the Empire early game.
Yeah, I can understand your point, man. I can really understand your point. I think Alliance are probably realizing it too. But they didn't feel confident about going in for it, which is kind of hilarious considering the like the triple kill they managed to pick up on top lane. Like everything just felt nice then. But yeah, there was no transition into kill strat. Now it's just become this counter initiation from Alliance when Empire are the one making the moves. And Mag is ready to do it. Like, he's going to rocket down. He sees what's there. Tornado flies in with the EMP. They ensure the kill in the tower from the Enigma, but a blink into a stun right there from S4. They caught out Always Want to Fly. While a little bit further in, Admiral Bulldog, he TP'd in behind that fight. Hook shot up. They count shot RK. And EGM is a long way from home. S4 with another double stun on Silent as well as Resolution. The chance of escape here is very, very low. There's no hook shots out at least. EGM will try and move up, but the waveform will catch him out. Nightmare into a corner. And then S4 inside the trees. Blinks and TPs out to safety. So he'll be fine in a way. But they just lost 3 heroes. One of them being the core and 2 of them being the supports. For the price of an Enigma and the tier 1, well, and the tier 2 towers lost by Alliance. Yeah.
The kill that you missed was well justified because basically Admiral Bulldog just literally ROTK'd in there. He just teleported behind the team. I was like, well, you know,
which is kind of funny considering his build. Like, he's got mech. He's meant to be in the middle of the team.
Yeah.
Like, he's their heal. He's their, oh, you waveformed in, mech is up.
All right, here comes round 2 fight. I think Resolution wants to take this one again. Ice Blast, this time helping him out.
Oh, he's gonna hold
it. Is not going to move out of that range, and that means his mech is also not going to do much.
He'll shatter.
Yeah.
Invoker 1 to ensure the kill. I like this Always Want to Fly. Takes some confidence to do this. It takes some time to do this as well. He's trying to solo Roshan. Maybe he'll get some help from Silent finally. Silent's too busy picking up the rune.
Yeah, normally, if you do want to solo Roshan as Enigma, you can do it. You need like a Medallion of Courage, but obviously his team's here, so it's all gravy.
At the same time, S4 is trying to use Vendetta to hunt, and they're gonna find no one. They smoke up and use Vendetta to try and find the kill, and there's just no joy to be found.
This is very reminiscent of how the last game was, even though the score was very much so. I mean, this score is very even. It just feels like Empire just have full control of the game. They're going to be the one that's saying, we're going to gank here. They're going to be the one that says, we're going to push here. And Alliance just have to react. Okay. So I guess it's really up to Loda to get big.
He still hasn't spent his money. Like that. After he picked up the drums and phase boots, which was what? That was 10 minutes?
Yeah, something like that.
That was at 10 minutes. He's died 3 times.
Three times since, yeah.
He's had 3 times since. And sits at 2.1k gold. I almost want to see him just build a Yasha for the sake of building a Yasha. Because he's not getting anything else. Diffuser Blade's going to help him out. But I don't know if he can survive during the fights if he doesn't go like into the Manta style. Which is where my concern is. Unless he buys like a casual vitality booster and then goes into the diffusal. That'd be another way to work it.
I don't know, Tobi.
I'm just wondering. I'm just wondering. Because he needs something to catch up to this Morphling. And the Morphling is so far ahead. Look at 11,000 net worth in comparison to Loda, who's walking around with 6.7k. Morphling's almost double his net worth.
Helps when you have a Midas.
That's true.
Yeah.
Helps when you have a Lincoln Sphere protecting you. That Morphling's unkill. This, like, you can't kill him right now. Jump in, they get the stun on Resolution. Vanscore's there to help, but already with the weave coming up, S4's got a lot of life points, and then the Haunt. Resolution just jumps invis, and hook shot. Mag caught 2. Straight in on the Bane. The 4-star will protect him, and then your Black Hole. Caught Admiral Bulldog on the side, but S4 was still there as well. Able to get this off, so the Black Hole will be cancelled away. But Loader, he's trying to run away. He's already triggered off every single drum charge he had from the start. Silent's going to waveform in, and that's the death of Loader. It's a double kill for Silent, while up on top lane, more double stuns coming out from S4, but they're not achieving anything because there's nobody left to achieve anything with.
So a 5v5 team fight that just went completely on the side of Empire. Age is still alive for Team Empire as well. They basically try to burst down Resolution, but you know, Quas Exort Invoker, sorry, Quas Wex Invoker moves very quickly. Basically 4-staff and went invis, and that's it. They couldn't kill him anymore.
S4? Yeah. This is I have some mana. I may as well use it before I go back to base. There will be nothing else achieved with this. Yeah,
here comes the tier 2 push. I mean, if you look at the lineup of this Empire team, Max got an armlet coming the way. It's like, hey man, if I'm ahead by so much, I'm gonna right click some when I'm in that cog. And you guys are gonna learn to like it.
What do we get? Oh, look at Spectre. Look what he bought. He's still going to try it. He's going to try the Radiance.
I'm not sure why he just bought the recipe.
I think it's because he was dying on the top lane, so he wanted to use his reliable gold.
No, but...
Or did he just buy it then?
I clicked on him, and he had only 500 reliable gold. So I don't think he farmed 1,000 since he came back alive. So I think he just kind of bought it. That means he's not going to have his... Like, for example, if he doesn't have the relic, he's actually quite... Or sorry, if he didn't have the recipe, he would have been quite close to the relic. Who are you and what have you done to my Loda? I'm just giving him a hard time. This is a very, very hard game for
They found S4. He goes inside the Vendetta, but the AL is still going to connect, and that's S4's death. All they had to do was just hold him there, as Morphling jumps to a replicant right in front of VGM. They lost the vision up the hill. But at least Loader, he is finding a lot of space and farm on this bottom lane.
Space created. Look at Admiral Bulldog. It's like backdooring some T1s, man.
The funny thing is, though, like, we have to remember, late game-wise, I'm actually backing Alliance to win this. If Empire can't breach the base and take these towers, as well as racks, you've got the split push from Admiral Bulldog. You're going to have Spectre with a Radiance, and he will also win in a 1v1 fight against the Morphling. Actually, I say that at the same time, Replicant will turn on him anyway.
Yeah.
But with the Necro units out in the field from Admiral Bulldog, like, Morphling could find himself very, very low alive. He just attacked the Necro unit and lost half of his life points. He's still going to be very careful about his mana pool availability, because that's when you see the Nyx Assassin come into play.
I'm really inclined to agree with you if we see the items being a little bit more even.
Yeah.
But to me, this is like, you know, one team is the Bill Gates, the other team is your average, you know, salary earners, I guess. That analogy didn't go anywhere, but...
No, like, who you say? Like, one is Coke, one is Pepsi. One makes a crap ton of money, and the other one says, we do make a ton of money.
Yes, I guess... Well, the difference is one is not making any money, and that's Alliance right now.
I don't know how to, like, if we're in Australia, we could do it, saying, like, one is home brand.
Okay.
I don't know if you actually have that, like, in America or anywhere else in the world. We have, like,
don't have it in Sweden either.
It's like the budget stuff when you go into a supermarket. Like, it's called home brand. EMP Tornado coming out right now, but actually missing on absolutely everybody. They're going to try and force out the towers. There's no fortification available to fight with, and Admiral Bulldog's not really wanting to come in just yet. He's got to. Clockwork hooks in, and he goes straight in EGM, and with a Shallow Grave, maybe now he can go. He doesn't want to use his Fiend's Grip. He'd prefer to buy back and be part of this. Nightmare, no denial being available. Always want to fly with his BKB, moved in a very, very long way, searching for the hit, but with an E-Blade now being purchased up, it's flying in the Courier, but it's not here yet. And Silent doesn't really have a lot of mana to play around with anyway. And Loader, he's not even joining the fight. He's taking a tier 1 tower on the top lane, and that's actually, the Courier's moving up, that's his Radiance. They lose a tier 3 tower for a tier 1 tower, and Loader's farming up.
if he hunts right now, oh, Resolution just went into Invis. If
he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to. If he can pick up this Radiance first, and then he can haunt. Like, he even just picks up a haste rune, now we can haunt. There's the E-Blade hit from Silent, Dazzle loses his life, and it's a TP back from Bane. Malefic's done up, and now's the time to haunt. Rainsburn will go to work, Resolution's low on life, they already popped off the mech, and there's the real one. He's attacking on Vanskor, and Vanskor will burn up in this. And there's one hero that's very deep inside the base, that's the Morphling, that's a 4 for 0, Nyx Assassin gets the money. And then Mag does the wisest thing he possibly can. The wall of cogs shall protect Team Empire. They fight like Spartans.
I mean, all right. I don't want to call Empire being greedy because, you know, that Spectre has had no money for such a long time. It's very hard to keep track of whether he's been close to that Radiance. So, you know, they just kind of stayed their push. But as soon as the Haunt came in with the Radiance, that's where the turn came about. But essentially, they got a tier 3 tower. They got, you know, the Dazzle ones, they got the Bane ones. The Dazzle also had the buyback. I think they also got Admiral Bulldog ones. I'm not sure about that. But essentially, they got a couple of support kills, and they lost the Morphling for it, an AA. So, Alliance victory, barely, I suppose. But the more important thing is that Alliance have bought themselves time, and time is of the essence. Because if you could keep all of the lanes pushed, and that's where Profit comes in, that's where your Spectre Radiance comes in, you spread the map. And when you spread the map, like Toby previously pointed out, that's where S4, you know, Vendetta Nyx comes in. So you just want to make sure that the map is pushed out as much as possible to give yourself a glimmer of hope. Because if it's a true 5v5 in front of your base, I think that Team Empire has the item advantage to just bulldoze the way for the Rex. And Toby's getting a booty call or something.
Yeah, that happens. No, I'm just checking on the live stream because it seems like for some reason, like we were actually sitting quite nicely, and then everyone's stream dropped. Even though nothing's going wrong on this end, we're using a whole new system of Daily Motion tonight. It's been all right throughout the day, but it looks like we're putting it under some stress this evening for this game. But it's not. It's actually nice and smooth for once. It's Oh, I say for once. Can I say that? I can't say that. It's working nicely. It's working nicely. Level 3 Necro Book now finished for Admiral Bulldog. Let the rat begin. Let the rat begin. I almost want to see Resolution now. Like, he's already got the Orchid up and running. I don't know if he's going to go straight to the Scythe of Ice or not. Because I kind of feel like this is going to go into the same position where you need to see more physical DPS. The same problem as we saw in game number 1. Like, there's just a lack of physical DPS coming out until Morphling is able to pick up, like, the Butterfly. Like, he'll get his pop hit, but that's basically all.
Well, the difference is, in that game, you had a DK that wasn't farming well. True. Morphling has chose to use his farm on other stuff, but, you know, he's got a Midas. He is farming well, so I think the damage is going to be there eventually. But yeah, right now, I mean, I guess if you could look at...
Oh, Admiral Bulldog caught out by Resolution. The Sentry Wall was there, but with the Meg Charge popping, he's out of range of the AA ulti, so Admiral Bulldog will survive this one.
Yeah, I don't think he wants to get hit by the Necrobook repeatedly. Surprisingly, your mana just drops very rapidly. Necro
is just chasing down anyone they could find. He's chasing down Vanskor right now in the mid lane. And S4's hoping that Vanskor will turn around. They see Mag in the mid. And the Necro units from Admiral Bulldog are coming down. They want to try and help out, force stuff away from Mag. He knows that Alliance are on the hunt. Prophet's thinking about TPing in front, but now Resolution goes inside of his Ghost Walk. It's quite visible with the Necro units, obviously, so this...
I like how Mag had full mana. He just ran into the Necrobook for like a second. And now he has 200.
Would you even think right now if it would be worth it for Nyx Assassin to start building into Necrobooks? Like, to get a second Necro unit on the field?
I think so. Maybe Force Staff is a little bit more important because right now they need some way to get themselves out of those cogs if they are hit.
Trouble.
No, actually, he does have the Force Staff. So yeah, I think Necrobook would be a great one.
Well, these Necro units are out in the field because the only thing I'm worried about is the fact that the Necro units have just been used and there's a 30-second window for Empire to move in. And they know because they're being chased by the Necro units the entire time.
Yeah. The thing that what S4 is doing really well is he's got the max mana burn. He's literally just blinking in and mana burning whenever possible. Ice Blast.
He was jumping out. All he wanted to do was initiate an Admiral Bulldog, but the timing's not quite right. Admiral Bulldog will take the blast, but takes minimal damage from it. And Empire's backing up. They're running out of confidence here to push high ground.
Yeah, I think they're just waiting for the Roshan, which is alive at this point. Again, the problem is, even though they have high ground, normally when you're able to take down the tier 3 tower, you can slowly siege if you have Forge Spirits or a Manta on your Morphling. They got neither. They don't have a Quaswex Invoker.
The man is coming for Morphling.
Okay. So, I mean, eventually they'll be able to get the racks, but at this point, not really. Also, I'm starting to question this armlet clockwork. Because that's 2,600 gold, that is not a Necro 1 if
it was done by Bone 7, I don't question.
Okay, fair enough.
That's simple. Well,
they see Silent.
Yeah, but S4 needs more help here. At least they have one upside. His replica just wore off. So there's your Prophet ulti hitting through. A little bit of mana burn, and they jump in. And they've actually managed to isolate him, but he gets over the tree line.
Yep.
But this does pull Empire out of the pit because the Haunt did manage to scout this one up. Now Tornado flies through, it picks up Bane as well as RK, and they're all caught inside the black hole with the A ulti, with the Fiend's Grip. Always when the fly is held out. EGM has to back out. Admiral Bullock's just going to TP out. Maleficent's going to come in time. Vent's so low on life. The trees are chasing him down. Admiral Bulldog, he actually got cancelled on TP, so hey, why not? Get the last attack in. Meanwhile, up on top lane, Loda never actually jumped into the Haunt, so he's just pushing out the top, but he's up here without a TP scroll.
Yeah, very unfortunate for Staff for S4 could force himself into the Ice Blast, which is never a good proposition. The Black Hole, even though it wasn't full channel, it kept the heroes there long enough for Empire to clean up. So pretty good stuff. Also want to say a very well executed gank on Alliance, or at least gank attempt on the Morphling. What they did was they used Prophet's ultimate to proc the Linken's on Silent, and then they dished out everything on Nyx Assassin because Mana Burn does a lot, the Impale Stun does a lot, so they weren't able to get the kill, but that's how you should gank a Morphling who has a Linken's. You find some way, preferably a Prophet Wrath, to break that Linken's, and then you go. But we're not going to see a Manta.
Look at Silent. Yeah, it's a Skadi, man. It's a Skadi.
I'm not sure about that.
I'm not sure about it either, considering Loda is about to finish his Diffusal Blade. And when this comes up, it won't matter about how many points you've got. If there's no mana in the tank,
there's no mana in the tank. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, when sorry, but also this Rax on the bottom, it's exposed. Manta gives you the Rax. Skadi not so much. So
Skadi kind of feels like Morphling is just preparing for full-on late game.
Yeah.
If he's capable of killing off the Spectre, he's going to be happy. But he knows how much damage he's going to take at the very, very start. So he's going to need the extra stats. And maybe then it just becomes like the track down.
That's first time down score. And it's going to...
Spectre Horde
to secure the kill.
Spectre actually gets the kill without coming in. Then a TP out. Oh, Sunstrike. The Cold Snap. It was able to trigger on him, and that's why S4 will go down. Becomes a 1-for-1 trade. But they give a kill over to the Spectre. That's his Diffusal Blade done.
Who didn't even need to go. He's just farming. So...
But at the same time now, Linkosphere is done. You're down a Nyx Assassin, so you're down your Initiation. You're down your Major Stunner. I suppose at the same time, you do still have Nightmare as well as Fiend's Grip, but this is EGM with a Fiend's Grip, you need space to do anything. And Silent, he's going to give an E-Blade to Loda. And Loda's able to tank it up, but at the same time, Silent's just burning up a little bit more. He does have another E-Blade, but he's got a waveform up in a moment. Rocket flies in and Loda. Dagger in 2 seconds. Nightmare's keeping Resolution out. And Loda, he needs to dagger and get out of this straight line. He locks EGM in. He's got to try and get that Fiend's Grip off. Maleficent, and with the Midnight Pulse, he got enough damage. They've got the kill on Loda. EGM forced up towards the high ground. RK couldn't get in range of Loda to get the Shallow Grave up, but now he'll use on EGM. Weaves up quickly too, so Resolution can't get the kill. And now Admiral Bulldog comes in too, but Silent just goes hammer and tongs. Fiend's Grip, Silent, Feed's actually been stunned up. He's in range of the tower, but he's morphing up. Strength of 2,500 life points. And the dagger, well, there's nothing left to throw. EGM can't get in range for the Brain Sap. Silent's low on life, but low on life when he's got 300 life points. There's a stunt by S4, Mana Burn. It's only the Aegis Seymour triggered out.
Yeah, they need to rotate mid to push the lane, or just rotate bot and get that Rax, because it's going to be 25 seconds till actually 3 heroes dead. So there's a lot of time for Team Empire.
They can't rotate anywhere though. They got Nyx and a Bane. They can't. The two major split pushers are the Prophet and the Spectre. They're on the sidelines.
No. I'm saying Team Empire needs to rotate to get the Raxes. Yeah, and they're doing just that.
Well, the top lane creep wave came in. That's why there's no backdoor regeneration. But they found the kill. You can't come in close on a Morphling. Not this farmed up. Not while that E-Blade is available. And the stun just got ballsed up by SF. Always on a fly, blinking in as well, looking for an opportunity. But first ranks will go to Team Empire here in the game. But Spectre is alive again, so they're going to give a little bit more respect and just back up. Just a little bit. Not too much.
No respect 7. They're going to say, we're going to stay in mid lane, at least hit your tower a little bit more. Full weave on Silent, and he just does not care.
S4 jumps out. Double stun, but Silent, he actually managed to evade it, but Resolution, there's that weave going to town. Resolution goes down very, very quickly, and even Vanscore. Like, he's still burning here. The Maleficent trying to help him out. The Necro unit's right behind it. Blink out to S4. He'll pick up Vanscore, and the Necro unit actually finishes the job. Waveform in, E-Blade. Again, he uses it on Loader, but that's not going to get a kill. Lickers will be triggered off. Now, Loader's hurting a little bit here, and the BKB jump in. There's your 3-man black hole from Always on a Fly. Resolution, Deafening Blast, a little bit of EMP. They haven't got the kill just yet, but they've got one. Silent moves on to the second. Another stun. Actually, it's a triple stun from S4. He keeps hitting these things, but his teammates is too, well, they're too dead.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just so impressed with this Enigma pick this game, because if you really look at what Alliance got to cancel that black hole, it's just Vayne and Nyx, and maybe a Dazzle Poison. It's just really so unreliable. It's so far-fetched to expect none of these heroes get caught in black hole. And because you don't need to initiate with the black hole, you have other ways. Like you have the Tornado, you have the Clockwork Hook. It gives the Enigma player so much time to set that black hole up. And Always Want to Fly always finds 3. Always.
S4 is going to try and find Silent. He's got 30 seconds to jump out to the replicate, though. And Silent's also got 3.4k gold. How long until this butterfly is done? It's not going to take long. And his agility is already through the roof.
Is he going butterfly, or do you think he's going to go for that Manta finally?
I'm pretty sure he's going to go butterfly in this game.
Yeah.
Just rack up the edge, because right now he keeps trying to kill Offloader at the start of the fights, and with his current agility, that's never going to work. So either he picks a different target or gains more agility.
I don't think even with the butterfly he will be able to kill Loda straight up. The good thing is, even if you don't kill Loda, if you burst him low enough, he is out of the fight. And when he's out of the fight, that means the rest of your team is, A-okay.
And what's Loda meant to do in the meantime? Like,
he has to walk to the well and heal up, I suppose.
If he had a heart, then it might be different. But if he had a heart, this game would be very, very different.
Yeah.
As he just bought something. He bought a Yasha. Loda's going to go into a Manta style now.
BKB from her.
Oh, Resolution. He's going to find Loda. The Courier's also coming in with this Yasha and Resolution. Tornado will fly, but, well, they need the A ulti as well. Clockwork hook shot. It hit on the creep wave. Now the double stun by S4. The jump in with the Maleficent. The Shallow Grave's over on Loda. So he'll get himself away to safety. At the same time, Morphling, well, there goes your Bane. Admiral Bulldog, again, ROTK moment, but with Loda coming in with the Haunt, he's dishing out a lot of DPS, and, well, maybe not a full ROTK. He came in the middle of Team Empire then. They pick up the Invoker. They pick up the Ancient Apparition.
The cool thing about the ROTK style of play, if you want to call it that, is when you have a Maelstrom and Necrobook, your burst damage output is actually insanely high, which simply right-click alone. So throughout the chaos of that fight, you just teleported on the AA and just ripped him. So, and of course, you can't just focus on the Prophet if there's a Spectre haunting in. So that was kind of a nice 1-2 punch. And Alliance, I don't want to say they're back in the game, because they're still very far behind. Especially when one racks down against a hyper farm Morphling.
It's only 20k experience and 23k gold. That means nothing. Even and a refresher orb coming up for Always Wanna Fly, it means nothing.
You gotta keep in mind, Silent, at any given point, he could just make a Spectre for his team, with Replicate. We haven't even factored that in.
We haven't even seen that happen.
Yeah.
Oh, Prophet, coming up. They found Always Wanna Fly. This refresher may take some time. And that's actually a full Mjolnir for Admiral Bulldog. And now we're going to add in a secondary factor to the fight. We're now putting Lightning Shield over on Loda.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Lightning Shield is pretty good, man.
Look at this Morphling. Admiral Bulldog knew it too. He's going to TP. He's just going to TP, but he had to wait for the adapted strike and Silent. He's just too big, and he bought a full BKB on Silent. So this is how they're going to try and keep Silent up. He kills off the Necro unit. Waveforms in, but there's a lot of support coming in here. They need the Fiend's Grip, and they got it. This is the death of Silent. This is going to cost him big, but then again, look at the strength mob. 3k, 3.2k, 3.4k, 3.6k, Tornado. He turns to 5. There's not a lot of damage. He needs to get back into agility, but with a Deafening Blast, they're going to pick up 2. The Nightmare from EGM trying to buy some extra space. Silent Resolution, wonderful combination coming out, and then the Earn to Silent. Hookshot from Mag, misses completely, and Loader, he wants Vanscore. Radiance Burn will actually do that job for him, and then he can turn back over towards Mag. S4 comes in to help him out with the stun. Empire, they're all on the sidelines. And Loader gets a triple kill. That pays for the Manta. But what's the perp play coming out from EGM and S4? That was just wondrous.
I mean, the Fiend's Crib is not only a 4-second disable against the Morphling, it's also a 4-second mana drain. Well, not exactly mana drain, but you get what I mean. Like, he lost mana so quickly while he was morphing to strength, and that was what actually gave Loader the kill eventually, because he could have morphed more to strength if he had mana left. He didn't. And here we go. I mean, only 20k, man. I'm
almost wondering right now, too, if Loader should bypass finishing the Manta style.
What do you think he should go?
Straight into Heart.
Just tank up.
Yeah, that's what I'm almost feeling right now, because his DPS is, like, it's already quite significant. He just needs to survive that initial burst in of Team Empire. And then the DPS and split push comes from Admiral Bulldog. So the ability to actually put Loader on the front lines and not go, oh, someone has to sacrifice their life to keep him up. But at the same time, maybe he should be looking for the bonus damage.
I mean, there's 2 ways to go about it, right? If you allow one of your teammates to just tank it, which it seems like that has been the case multiple times, because Loader is not coming in until, like, the shotgun has been used.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, then he can just bypass that Heart. But looks like we're going to see a Manta.
It is.
Manta's,
he purchased it. All right.
Manta's fine in the sense that if you do have those random isolated fights in the jungle, like, your Desolate damage is absolutely filthy. So there's that. But apart from that, you know, you could maybe pop yourself out of Cog. You could disable the silence from the Orchid. You can get rid of a Midnight Pulse. It's just like a nice little bit of everything.
What are you doing, man?
He's setting up kills.
What are you doing? Yeah, I know he's trying to set it up, but he's always going to find his Silent. That doesn't work. I'm surprised Empire haven't just picked up a bloody gem yet. And they end up
they would have lost a gem if they picked it up, because that fight earlier.
True.
Yeah.
Now Morphling. Oh, the hookshot misses as well. Now the E-Blade's not going to work just yet. There goes your Weave out and 3 heroes, and Spectre just haunts him. Meanwhile, the back end of play, they've already picked up Always on a Fly. Now, 4-star over Admiral Bulldog. He's trying to have a man fight with Silent. That's never going to work for him. But S4, Adaptive Strike, Tornado up in the air. Silent's got 2k life points, and they just trigger off the Lincoln Spear, which means then the stun's able to connect. Now, Admiral Bulldog, he can't help out right now. I keep getting it wrong, but it's going to be EGM. Looks Silent, stands his ground, but S4 comes in too. He's got more of himself. The Mana Style's back off cooldown. Now the E-Blade is able to connect, so the shotgun goes on Loader. Not a lot of life points. It's a full-on rampage for Silent. Standing his ground. The bottom lane's pushed in so hard as well. Clockwork actually ends up dying to the Spectre. I'm not entirely sure how. Was it just the Mana Style illusion following him in?
Maybe Dispersion, you know?
Yeah.
Spectre is a mysterious hero. Like, you don't know how she's doing damage, but...
Look at S4 too. He's looking for an easy pickoff, and he jumps in. He got bashed up by Roshan! Orchided by Resolution! 4-star up, he'll die! He said... The insta-bash coming out. He wasn't expecting an Invoker inside the pit. I think that was meant to be a blink into a TP out where he thought it was safe and no one would find him.
I don't think S4 can complain. Because as I remember, that's what happened to Dendy in Grand Finals, the TI, so... like, Dendy's TA got bashed like 5 times by Roshan. But, yeah,
well, now because of that, there's a cheese on Silent. Aegis will be taken by Resolution. He's going to drop TP. Yep. This should be their final push in now. But look at Spectre. He actually purchased up the Blade Mail. So this is the way they want to try and fight this. Reflect the damage out.
Well, I still don't think he wants to take the shotgun and then reflect it back. It's more like, hey man, I'm hunting in, I'm turning on my Blade Mail. Please don't attack me. Please don't attack me. And
it might also just be I need something for now, not for later.
Yeah, because the game might end right now.
Yep. If Team Empire can take this Rax, and they've got it. Now, Spectre, he's gone all sparkly. Looking to move in on Silent. and just starts off already, and they get a copy, and instantly they get rid of it. Instantly. That Illusion had to go on Resolution. He's jumped in. Wonderful hookshot in by Mag. He's holding EGM out of this engagement for now. So 3 heroes on the sidelines again for Alliance. S4's going to come up, but that Spectre, what happened to him?
No, he just got shotgunned, and he was done.
The game was good.
Yeah.
But,
he got his blade mail.
Oh, this one upside. Mag is getting sprouted up. They need some extra lightning to come out here from Admiral Bulldog to get rid of these heroes as well as the creep wave, but it's too much. But 2 ranks is down. Alliance won't give up. Alliance won't give up here because they'll still have the confidence of the Spectre. That Resolution has the confidence in himself to go on Admiral Bulldog. Orchid, Cold Snap, Deafening Blast. The BKB is not there for Admiral Bulldog. He's turned to a Piglet. 4-staff down into the Ice Blast and the Mag hookshot. Admiral Bulldog is dead here no matter what happens.
Well, he's actually going to take Silent down with him, I think.
No,
the Strength Morph.
The Strength Morph protects them all. Spy Carapace gets some extra space in EGM. Brainsat. Brainsat somebody. He can't do anything. Giga. Giga.
No rare.
There's no...
There's a rare. There's a rare.
There's nowhere to go from here. They just go straight in for the GG. Game number 3 belongs to Team Empire. And Team Empire are 1 win away from taking out the 3rd place here of the D2CL. Some decent money up for grabs as well. 3rd place will take home $18,627. That is the current prize pool. 4th place, the loser of this match, will take home roughly 12.5k. So a difference of about 6,000 gold. 6,000 gold. Real life gold.
That's a lot of gold.
That's a lot of gold. But yeah, there's a difference of $6,000 roughly between these prize pools. I'm pretty sure Alliance want more money. They don't have enough money up their sleeve. But Team Empire, they're looking good, man. They're looking good. Game number 2. Game number 3. I'm not going to say it's as flawless as game number 2.
No, this game was much, much closer. I still want to go back to that one point that Loda bought the drums and stuff like that. I wonder how the game really would have turned. Not to say that it was a mistake or anything, because I'm sure Loda had his reason. But yeah, that was definitely one of the most odd turning points.
Well, I'm interested to see right now how our next game goes, because we've been going one side to the other. Now let's see if Alliance can finally hit back and show us some of that confidence, which a lot of their fans have in them. Will they be able to push back up against Team Empire? Stay tuned, we're going to find out. Game number 4 of this best of 5 3rd place battle for the D2CL will continue in just a moment.